For generations, Mars has captured the human imagination. A cold desert world hanging in the night sky. A planet of vast canyons, ancient river valleys, towering volcanoes, and endless horizons of red dust. A place that, more than any other world in the solar system, seems almost familiar, almost Earth-like. And that similarity has inspired one of humanity's most persistent dreams. Living on Mars, building cities there, walking across its surface, perhaps one day creating a second home for civilization itself. But before any of that can happen, there is a far more immediate question. A question so fundamental that every future mission depends upon the answer. Can humans actually breathe on Mars? At first glance, the answer appears encouraging. Mars has an atmosphere. Unlike the Moon, which exists almost entirely in a vacuum, Mars is surrounded by a layer of gas extending hundreds of kilometers above its surface. Clouds form in the Martian sky. Winds sweep dust across entire continents. Weather systems move through its atmosphere. And every year, enormous dust storms can grow large enough to engulf the entire planet. From a distance, that atmosphere may sound promising. After all, if Mars has air, perhaps humans could eventually breathe it. But the reality is far more dangerous, because the atmosphere of Mars is not merely unsuitable for human life. It is actively lethal. The air surrounding Mars contains approximately 95% carbon dioxide, the same gas humans exhale with every breath. Only tiny amounts of oxygen exist naturally in the Martian atmosphere, far too little to sustain human survival. On Earth, oxygen makes up roughly 21% of the atmosphere. That concentration allows human lungs to absorb the oxygen necessary for every cell in the body. Without a continuous supply, consciousness begins fading within seconds to minutes. Brain damage follows quickly, death soon after. On Mars, a person attempting to breathe the atmosphere directly would not receive enough oxygen to survive. But oxygen is only part of the problem. The atmosphere itself is astonishingly thin. Surface pressure on Mars averages less than 1% of Earth's atmospheric pressure. In practical terms, the Martian atmosphere is so tenuous that it behaves almost like a vacuum compared to conditions humans evolved to tolerate. Even if Mars possessed significantly more oxygen, the pressure would still be far too low for normal breathing. Human lungs require a minimum pressure to transfer oxygen into the bloodstream efficiently. Without sufficient atmospheric pressure, breathing becomes impossible. Imagine standing on top of Earth's atmosphere rather than beneath it. That begins to approximate the challenge presented by Mars. And the consequences would be immediate. Without a pressurized suit, a person exposed to the Martian environment would lose consciousness rapidly. Oxygen deprivation would begin almost instantly. Body fluids would not literally boil in the dramatic way often portrayed in movies, but dangerous physiological effects caused by low pressure would occur very quickly. Survival measured in minutes would become unlikely. Yet despite these realities, scientists continue investigating whether humans could one day breathe air produced on Mars itself. And surprisingly, the answer may be yes, just not directly from the atmosphere. Because Mars contains something extremely valuable: carbon dioxide, lots of it. While humans cannot breathe carbon dioxide, oxygen can be extracted from it. In fact, researchers have already demonstrated the process on another planet. In 2021, an experiment carried aboard the Perseverance rover successfully produced oxygen directly from the Martian atmosphere. The technology, known as MOXIE, drew in carbon dioxide and used electrochemical processes to separate oxygen atoms from carbon dioxide molecules. The result was breathable oxygen, generated on Mars. For the first time in history, the amounts produced were small, only enough to demonstrate the concept, but the implications were enormous. because future systems could operate at far larger scales. Instead of transporting every kilogram of oxygen from Earth, future settlements may manufacture their own directly on Mars. Air for habitats, oxygen for astronauts, even oxidizer for rockets returning to orbit. A single technological breakthrough transformed oxygen production from a theoretical possibility into an engineering challenge. But oxygen generation solves only part of the problem, because breathing requires more than oxygen alone. Humans also require pressure, temperature control, protection from radiation, and a stable environment capable of supporting long-term health. Mars struggles in all of those areas. The average surface temperature on Mars is approximately -63 degrees Celsius. In many locations, temperatures plunge far lower. At the poles, winter conditions can drop below -125 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere provides little insulation. Heat escapes rapidly into space. And unlike Earth, Mars lacks a strong global magnetic field. That absence creates another major danger: radiation. Earth survives beneath two layers of protection. Its atmosphere blocks much of the harmful radiation arriving from space. Its magnetic field deflects many charged particles coming from the Sun. Mars possesses neither defense on a planetary scale. As a result, the surface receives significantly higher radiation exposure. Over time, that exposure increases risks to human health, including cancer, nervous system damage, and other biological effects. Any permanent Martian settlement would therefore require shielding, habitats buried beneath soil, structures built inside lava tubes, or engineered environments specifically designed to reduce radiation exposure over decades of occupation. And there is another challenge often overlooked. The human body evolved entirely on Earth. Mars possesses only about 38% of Earth's gravity. Scientists still do not know exactly how years spent under Martian gravity would affect muscles, bones, circulation, vision, immune systems, or long-term development. The International Space Station has shown that microgravity causes significant physiological changes even during relatively short missions. Mars offers more gravity than orbit, but whether it offers enough remains uncertain. Future settlers may become participants in one of the largest biological experiments in human history, learning whether the human body can truly adapt to life on another world. Yet despite these obstacles, the dream of breathing on Mars continues driving innovation. Engineers are designing closed-loop life support systems. Scientists are developing methods for extracting water from Martian ice. Researchers are studying ways to generate fuel, food, and construction materials directly from local resources. Every solution reduces dependence on Earth. Every breakthrough moves humanity closer to permanent settlement. Some proposals even envision transforming Mars itself, a process known as terraforming. The concept involves gradually thickening the atmosphere, increasing temperatures, and eventually creating conditions more favorable for life. In theory, future technologies could release greenhouse gases, melt frozen carbon dioxide reserves, and alter planetary conditions over centuries or millennia. But most researchers believe true terraforming remains far beyond current capabilities. The scale would be enormous, the engineering unprecedented, and the timeline potentially measured in centuries. For the foreseeable future, Mars will remain hostile. Humans may live there, work there, explore there, perhaps even build cities there. But they will do so inside carefully engineered environments rather than beneath open skies. Because Mars is not waiting to become Earth. It is a different world entirely. A planet with its own atmosphere, climate, geology, and history. A world that appears familiar from a distance, yet becomes profoundly alien upon closer inspection. And perhaps that is what makes Mars so fascinating. It is close enough to tempt us, similar enough to inspire us, yet different enough to challenge everything we know about survival beyond Earth. So can humans breathe on Mars? Not today. Not beneath the open sky. Not without technology standing between life and death. But somewhere in the decades ahead, inside habitats powered by machines that turn Martian air into oxygen, future explorers may take a breath produced on another planet for the very first time. And when that happens, humanity will cross a threshold unlike any in its history. Because for the first time, a human being will inhale air made on a world that is not Earth.